Good morning. Today should be a beautiful day. I'm mostly going to be working back here on this big tree. You can't really tell, but it's huge. I've showed it in other videos. I wanted to give an update on my dump truck. I haven't really been using it lately, so my dump truck's just been kind of sitting over here, but I have made a few changes to it. I didn't make any video on it, but let me show you what I did to it. Kind of whitewashes the background there. I haven't been driving the dump truck the last couple of weeks. My brother has his Kubota at his property, so I haven't been doing much to my property out here. Mainly just cutting grass. I did end up replacing both the battery cables, and I put a new starter on this dump truck. I probably did that like a month ago. But here is the negative cable, the ground cable or the negative cable that I took off. I don't know if you can see, but I guess it's a rat, maybe a squirrel, but I think this cable was like this before I actually bought the truck. You can see, you can see the wire. The copper's all tarnished or corroded or whatever. And then the power or the hot. This is the side that was connected to the battery. It's terrible. Look at all this. And the side that was hooked to the starter, just as bad. I will insert a picture here of the cable actually hooked to the old starter. But this is the end that hooked to the starter, and this was really close to the frame of the truck, so I was a little concerned about that, but you can see all this corroded and exposed wire. Here's my new negative cable. It comes down to the alternator. And the new positive cable. I bought these cables at Advanced Auto Parts. It's the closest auto parts store to me. And they did not have the exact size that I need. This one is a little bit too long. I just coiled it up and zip tied it. I didn't want to drive around to a bunch of stores. I just wanted to get the project done. But like I said, I also have a new starter down there. I'm not going to crawl under here and show you, but it's been working good. Finally, some good news about our swimming pool. If you watched some of my other videos about clearing the land in the back of my house, we've been wanting to get a swimming pool, an in-ground swimming pool. It's something that my wife and I have wanted for a long time. We want to give it to our kids, so hopefully as they grow up too, it'll give them a place so they can have friends over. We'll know where they are, we'll know that they're safe, they can kind of hang out here. It's kind of what we were thinking when we designed the house. My house is very small, by the way, if you don't know. It's only about 1,900 square feet. It is sitting on a basement, but the way we kind of designed it was for the growing kids in mind. And future videos we'll be showing more about the house as we continue to work on it and customize it. And right now it's the end of April, and I was really hoping to be swimming in the pool by now, but it's taken me forever to clear off the back of the property. And we've also been talking to a few pool contractors. It took a minute to find the right one that we like. I will be doing a lot of videos on the process of building a swimming pool. If you've wondered about the process of building a pool, if you wondered about how expensive they are, they're very expensive. I am shocked at how expensive they are. I want to say it's probably double what I thought it would be. So anyway, for right now, good news is we're finally going to be getting a swimming pool. So hopefully here in the next few weeks, we're going to start digging. Let's see, it's the end of April. So they had told us it's possible that we'll be swimming in this thing the 2nd or 3rd week of June. So that's pretty quick. I think the actual construction takes about 1 month. But when you throw in a lot of the permitting process and then possibly rain, the southeast, it rains a lot here lately, the last year or two. Alright, so today I'm really just going to be working on cutting up this tree. It's kind of in the way. My pool's not going to be going back that far. But the fence, you do have to have a fence. That's one thing I learned. I did not want a fence in my yard until I started getting animals. But part of the code, at least here in Georgia, you have to have a fence around the pool. So I think we're going to go with black chain link because it'll match my house, which is pretty much white and black. So we got to do a little more clearing. Got to try to cut this big huge oak up today. And then I've got this pile of junk over here. Yeah, that's the tailgate to my dump truck. And then I've got just some of this wood over here is good. I'll be moving it to the side. Some of it's scrap. I'll be tossing it out. Okay, let's get started cutting on this tree. Found us a snake. He's all black. He's got one yellow ring on his head, which you can't see. He's probably only a foot long. Oh, there you go. One yellow stripe on his head. I don't know what kind of snake that is, but generally I don't mess with snakes. I leave them be. Unless it's something I know is bad, like a copperhead. Hopefully I can just keep cutting this tree up and not mess with him. Something that is very surprising to me is I've only seen 2 snakes on this property. My property is wooded. It's mostly wooded. In 2 years of owning this property, almost 2 years, I've only seen 2 snakes. I just went and looked up that snake because I had to go inside to get something. It is a ring snake or a northern ring snake. I'm guessing that one is a full-grown adult. It might look big in the video, but it's actually maybe only like 12 to 15 inches. Also, apparently they are actually venomous, slightly venomous, but they're supposed to be pretty docile. Like, they don't normally come out during the day, obviously, unless you mess with their place that they're sleeping. They're also not really supposed to mess with humans, I guess, unless you're messing with them. So about all I'm going to get done today as far as cutting on this tree. I got a lot done. I'm pretty satisfied with what I got done. It's a lot of work. Mostly the tree is so big and heavy. This last section, it's so big and heavy. I really need the Kubota here to help pick it up. I'm afraid that if I cut too far through it, I'm going to pinch my saw. This whole tree, it was a lot of work. It's a lot wider than my chainsaw. My chainsaw has only got an 18-inch bar, so obviously you probably saw me cut one side and then I had to run around to the other side and back and forth. And then there was a constant fear of pinching the saw. I have a good habit of getting my saw stuck in trees. If you have a backhoe around, that's not a problem because you can obviously push on the tree or pick the log up, get your saw out. I don't have a backhoe right now. If you made it this far in my video, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.